Hey everybody, what is up? Jacob back here with another tabletop review for Electric String Player and the pickuptest.com. And today we're going to be talking about the new core version of the DPA 4099 and 4061 miniature microphones. You know, these microphones are some of the most popular mics you'll see in LA, from the sound stages to live performance and television shows. And as someone who's owned, toured, and recorded with both the 4061 and the 4099 for years, I was really curious when I saw the company's announcement at NAMM last year that they had completely retooled their line of miniature microphones. So what is Core? The company's not exactly clear on their website, but from what we can tell, Core is a micro preamp that the company has somehow managed to fit into their already impossibly small capsules without changing the size or look very much at all. As a matter of fact, in the case of the 4061, it's almost impossible to tell the difference between a new and an old version. You kind of have to rely on a color coding system DPA has. In the case of the 4099, the differences are pretty minimal. They've changed the position of the micro dot jack, and they've slightly modified the look of the windscreen, but really no big changes in design or build quality from what we can see. Now the real question is, how much different or better are these new microphones from the older version? And could the company really improve significantly on a design that's already the industry standard and pretty great? Well, we return to our engineer Scott Frazier's studio to find the answer. And to satisfy our curiosity, we did two types of testing for each of these capsules. First, we recorded our standard excerpts of bowing, double stops, plucking, and chopping for cello, violin, and bass. So you can go to our Magic Media Player and shoot out the core versions of these mics against the originals or any other mic you're interested in. For the second test, we connected both of the capsules together and had them recording simultaneously while we played a few licks on my cello and had Luis do the same on his violin. And you can pan hard left to listen to the original or hard right to listen to the new core version. Now on our site, we always try to avoid subjective conclusions and injecting too much of our personal tastes. After all, the whole point of the site is for you to decide which micro pickup sounds better by listening for yourself. That said, because this is an absolute apples to apples comparison, I have to say that personally, I was blown away by the difference in these new DPA microphones. I mean, it's one thing to look on a manufacturer like DPA's website and for them to say things like less distortion, more headroom, but to hear how much more top end and clarity in the high end was available and how much more headroom you really do have with these microphones, it's extremely impressive. Comparing it to my old DPA for me was like putting on glasses for the first time and realizing how much fuzzier the world was before. Now, don't get me wrong, I would still have no problem performing or playing with my old DPA, and I still love the microphone. But for me, considering whether it's worth it to upgrade or not is almost a no-brainer. I even field tested the new 4061 and 4099 in my home studio, recording a complete string section for country music star Brett Young's new album. Playing an entire orchestra by tripling violin, viola, and cello parts with just my cello is something I do all the time, so I really had a strong reference point here. And I have to say that recording both of these mics together gave me comparable, if not better results than the Neumann and Schoeps mics that I usually use. The street price for these mics is around $618, which is the same as the previous version. The good news for a lot of you that are looking to get into the high-end instrument microphone market for the first time and are considering DPA is that now you can find a lot more old versions of these microphones on eBay, and of course the price is lower now because the newer ones are available, so that might be a great option for some of you guys as well. And for those of you like me that have the older versions and you're considering whether to trade up or not, I hope that checking out the recordings on the site will help you decide if it's worth it to upgrade or not. Well, that's it for now. I want to give a huge shout out to Chris Spar and his team at DPA for sending these over to us, and we'll see you next time at Electric String Player and thepickuptest.com.